Hey feminine, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see, y'all. What are the messages for our feminines? All right, present, attracting. Right now, you're attracting things to yourself. Okay, we have external party situations. We have apology. All right, so somebody is coming in wanting to apologize. They're feeling wounded. They're feeling a loss. Okay, somebody's missing you. Right now, you're staying in the present. You're like, I'm just going to be grounded so I can attract the best things for me to me. Okay, it says gratitude, abundance, proactively, tranquility, success. Okay, so you're being proactive. You're making things happen. All right, whatever is happening is a result of whatever you did or whatever you've done. Okay, external party situations. There could have been a third party here. Karmic partner, friends, family, work, other people, obligations. A person was putting other things in between y'all or other things above you all the time. They want to apologize. They feel guilty about it. They want to speak what's on their heart. Okay, it says compassion, emotional confession. Loss, wounded, not feeling enough, missing someone, left out in the cold. They feel like you're leaving them out in the cold right now. Yeah, all right. This could be because the person was cold with you at some point in time. They were cold with you because of external party situations. Not because of you. Nothing you did. So, you know, about that. We have belief systems, facade. Conditioning is here, all right? So, and then we have feminine energy. Yin. Reunion. They want to reunite with their twin, okay? They want your forgiveness for not believing you, not believing in something. This person has had an awakening. Yeah, see, they were cold. Every time we go to stop, look what's here. They were cold. They were so cold towards you and you were so warm and nurturing. Their doubts, right? Their fears stood in the way of this. It wasn't you. It wasn't them. It was that. Negativity. They could be pessimistic. All right. Again, conditioning. This person could have been conformed to believe certain things. And that's just how they grew up, you know. So you being intuitive, for example, that is something that maybe they doubted. Okay. They don't doubt it now. It says soulmate, fated partnership, past life connection, past returns. Because they're missing you. They're discontent right now. And they feel like if the two of you don't reunite, well, you know, because this is not it for them. Whatever the external party was, whatever the external situations were, it's not working for them. Then we have the underlying energy of summer. All right, so something very specific about the summer. Someone could be born in the summer. We got Leo, Gemini, Cancer. All right, somebody could be born in the summer. But in the summer, they could have realized, you know, certain things. That's like maybe the third or fourth time I've said that specifically. Okay. And maybe the last 10 days. So something about that is very specific for someone. All right. But it's talking about life force energy. So being tapped into the source energy. And somebody could also be getting a new pet. Okay. Somebody could also be getting a new pet. What's underlining here? Inner child healing. All right. So somebody's been healing their inner child. Whatever wounds they had. Could be them. Yeah. They were feeling lost. They were doing different things to cope. Okay. If you didn't see the last reading, go check it out. These were learned behaviors. Again, they were conformed to think and believe certain ways. And when they saw, you know, whoever raised them go through grief or sadness or different emotions, depression, they just coped with alcohol or cope with other things. So that's what they do. You know, some people do it because, you know, they enjoy it, and some people do it to try to escape things or numb things, and it's a difference. You know, you're not going to numb anything. In that moment, you might feel good, but whatever wound, whatever pain is still going to be there afterwards. So if that's what you're drinking for, that's not going to work. You know, if you're drinking to fill a void, go ahead, have your drink. You know, drink your whizzy, do your thing, right? Like, you know how I feel about my whizzy, right? But it's not something that you have to or should be using like it's a band-aid. It's not. Or like it's surgery. It's not doing the work, you know. If anything, like I just said, one thing is like a band-aid when you really need surgery. No. Okay, so yeah, missing someone. They're definitely missing you. It's here twice. Past life soulmate. That's what they're missing. They're missing their past life soulmate. Okay, now, it could go from I miss you to I'm with you in the event that the person were to take a leap of faith and break free from whatever cycle or loop they've been stuck in. It says new cycle, fast change, new direction, but that will be up to them to allow their higher self to activate, right? It says higher self integration, awakening, timeline shift. So yes, I really do feel like somebody could be going through an awakening now, and they're evaluating all of their long held beliefs, because a lot of those things played a part in keeping y'all separated, okay? Physically separated, because twins are never separated for real, right? See, off and on, hot and cold, detached, ghosted. It gave hot and cold. You didn't really know what you wanted. Now a person like, I love you, with a ring in their hand. You're like, huh? You know, it confused you. It was distortion. It was distorted energy. All right. So that's what distorted energy looks like, sounds like, feels like. So they're ashamed. They feel bad. You know, this is how I treated my twin flame. Like a side joint, because I just saw a side hustle. All right. So that's funny that would come out with this, you know. That's funny. Side joint or a side job. Hilarious, y'all. Not the situation, but the way it came out. Okay. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like my Hyoka empaths understand, you know? Like, the situation is not funny, but the way it came out, that was funny. All right, we have funeral. Yeah, see, you're like, I'm just going to let it die. I'm going to let the love die. That's how they feel. They feel like there's true love here. We have romance. You're just going to let the romance die. Okay? Because you want to do what's right, and you want to stay in the light, positive energy. Okay? All right, we have legal matters, divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket. It's everything going on with third party situation. Okay, then we have pop the question. Do you see? It's like, I want to do this with you, but in order to do this with you, I have to separate from them. But they feel like if they don't do that before you in things, then it'll be too late. You know, like, I mean, obviously, what could they do? Moving on, letting go, loving you, free. See, it's like, I want to move on from that. I want to let go of what doesn't serve me. I want to love you aloud. I want to let you know this is how I feel. Remember the Uranus energy. I want to be free. I want to take that leap. Okay, so again, higher self-integration. All right, let us see. Thank you, Spirit. I'll let my higher self take the lead here. We have wish. All right, so what they're wishing for, that you will forgive them, that you'll accept their apology, was here. Pop the question, that if they were to pop the question, you say yes. Okay. Faith, healing, meditation, praying. They're praying for this. They're hoping, praying, wishing. Okay. They like, I was very reckless with this love. I treated it again like it was just one thing, and it's not. You know, they thought now maybe I didn't ever feel the way that I did, or they think now maybe I didn't ever feel the way I did. I was being phony or a trickster. That's just not true. Like it was a fairy tale. No. All right. You have spiritual gifts. You know you and this person are connected. Some of you feel and sense that this person is going through things with the bad news here, but they're keeping it a secret. They're not saying a lot of what they're going through because, well, funeral, a lot of you aren't even talking to the person. All right, we have feelings. Yeah, but they're still in their feelings. They have deep feelings for you. They have not gone away. All right, even with the off and on, hot and cold, no, the feelings are still there. All right, we have secluded. Yes, secluded, separation, reflecting, soul searching. All right, so right now you're showing yourself a lot of love. They feel secluded, left out, like you're not paying them no mind. Yeah, you like goodbye. Okay. Rejected. Jackass. Ooh. Wow, they feel like such a jerk right now. And the reason they feel like that, again, they turned their back or treated you a certain type of way because of different beliefs or whatever they were conformed to think, feel, etc. Now it's like, oh, I'm such a clown. You know, I'm a jackass. I rejected this person, but they also feel like a clown because you're rejecting them. They're like, is it because I'm not good enough? Remember that up there? Okay, I miss you. Is that not enough? Getting readings. They're getting readings on you. I've been telling you guys that, and now that we have cards that say exactly what I've been saying for years, there you go. All right, this person has been getting readings on you because they feel rejected by you, and they feel like a jackass because they initially rejected this. That's how they feel. Like, okay, here's the thing. They could have loved you, loved on you, made love to you, all that stuff. But the reason they feel like a jackass for rejecting you, so to speak, quotes on it, is because they didn't embrace it the way they should have. I'm treating it like, again, a side joint when it should have been me popping the question. That's what they're thinking and feeling. It's not you saying that. It's not me saying that. It's what they're thinking and feeling. Okay? So yeah, we have Thug. All right, now for some of you, now the last reading, it did say opposites attract. This could be a bad boy. This could be a bad boy. Maybe you like that. I don't know. Maybe you like good guys. And that's why they feel like they're not good enough. They're like, oh, you know, I'm a bad boy. You like good guys, you know. I'm not good enough for you. That whole thing. You know, you're divine feminine. I'm a bad boy. You know, I'm out here in these streets. Boo's so silly. All right, and you like, yeah, nah, you be getting locked up and all this other stuff. And then right underneath, legal matters with Thug too, and then handcuffs. This person could have been in and out. That could have also been why the situation was on and off, and you didn't even know that. You know, like there's so many secrets that this person held from you. You know, and with that Jezebel energy, y'all, please do keep in mind that Jezebels can be males too. Men can have Jezebel spirits on them. Okay, so please don't get it twisted. They definitely did. Okay, they had a lot going on, but it makes sense. You know, when a person is in the streets, a lot of energy comes with that. There's a lot of dark underworld energy that's out there, y'all. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised. You know, we have sex addiction. Exactly. I would not be surprised if this thug had a sex addiction. I wouldn't. Yeah, Jezebel. There you go. Okay, so they were like into that. Maybe they thought that's what you were. And then they was like, oh, shit. You know, again, I treated my divine feminine like something it's not. Because between twins, there's this tantric energy, right? So it's, okay, I'm not even about to do that to myself. Because you know when you tap into that energy, it gets real. You can just talk about it and it get real. I'm already, it's just too much going on. Nevertheless, okay. Okay, where was I? Because I'm getting chills everywhere, okay? But that's the point. The tantric energy between twins is very serious. And so maybe they misread that and took it as, oh, you out here, like how I'm out here. No, 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 you know, or something like that. Ciao. Yeah, and then they were very stubborn and arrogant at times. Like, it's their way or no way. You said, all right, well, no way then. All right, I'm a queen. I'm secure in myself. All right, I'm confident. It says boss B, okay? Career focus. You say your way or no way, then I guess it's no way then. I love myself, so you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me that way, you know? If it's no way, then it's no way, beloved. Sayonara, all right? So now they feel under even more pressure, excuse me, because you're living in the moment. Again, you're in the present. What's right now, what's happening in front of me. This person, on the other hand, they're under the pressure of, okay, I got to do something. Okay, I got to make a decision right now. Time's running out. I got to do something because they're going to end this. You sure are. You're not playing with this person I see. All right? Nope. And here's the thing. Even if you got a fake busy, you're not dealing with them right now. Okay? Child, you feel like they move reckless. They moved reckless with you. And you don't know if you trust this anymore, okay? They have massive regrets. I feel like this person is constantly hitting themselves in the head or, you know, like, Like, I can't stand when people do that. Please stop, masculines in the back of the back. Don't do that. Thank you. All right? Yeah. They feel like because they're stubborn and they don't want to be stubborn. Okay? Some of you could have worked with this person or they may work for you. I just saw a boss B, you know. That's the thing. They're stubborn and they're used to having their way in their connections and relationships. But it's like, well, you're with a whole boss though. You know what I mean? Like you're a boss, I'm a boss. So, I mean, you're going to have to, like, we got to, you know, treat me the way you want to be treated, talk to me the way you want to be talked to, you know, and then all will be well, because you're still soft and feminine and all those other things, but it's just like, you know, they just can't play with you, you know, that's all, because you love yourself. Simple as that. All right, so let's see, funeral, child, because you really over it, eh? All right. Spiritual chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. Yep. They feel like they're in the wrong, they're ashamed, and this is what's causing this spiritual awakening for this person. Okay, true colors. They feel like they themselves now see their own true colors because of how they handled the situation, how they treated you. So it's helping them wake up. Yeah, karmic ties. So the person that they're separating here from, again, external party, is all here. All right, we have external party, legal matters, karmic ties. It's the karmic that they're separating from. They're realizing, okay, this person is crazy. This situation is crazy. All right, like they're more than likely evolving, like we said, spiritual, above that, beyond that. So they're like, okay, this is just not it for me anymore. Okay, secluded. Yeah, they're separated from the person that they really want to be with. Again, you know, we have bad credit, debt, unemployed. Okay, so is this person going through something? And is that one of the things that's keeping them at a standstill? Yeah, I love you. They want to get you something. Is it that they're going to put themselves into debt getting it? I hope not, you know, because, okay, here's the thing. They're separating from karmic. They got the legal stuff going on, so you know how that goes down, right? There's money ties, okay? That could be why this is here. So it's like, let me get my money right. But it's not stopping them from wanting to pop the question. And the person is actually giving the card here. Like, there's a transaction going on right now. So I feel like the person wants to get this. Like, they're hoping and praying that they can get this. You know, I can come towards my person with this ring that I buy, and that'll be my apology. Like, this is not no regular degular apology. This is me getting on my knee and telling you that I really messed up. I realized I messed up. I'm going all out. You know, this person might be doing something here. Like, they're going all out, above and beyond. They're breaking the bank to apologize. You know, is something like that going on? Like, I'm talking about they're going all out. You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. They presented it to be one way. You thought that it was. You know, and it is, but because of karmic situations and other things they had to work through, ego, pride, you know, things like that, like all that stuff, you know, it just played a factor in what took so long, right? But now they're feeling like ish for running, you see, and trying to find other ways to cope. This is what they want. Marriage with you. I'm not making this up, y'all. Look, I love you. Everything's going right back to the rings. Everything is going right back to the rings. Okay, so let's go back to the feelings. Okay. Happily single. Okay, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused. Yeah, you like that person went over there, did what they was doing. I'm just over here minding my business, surrounding myself with loved ones. You know, possibly going on dates for some of you. The person wanted to treat it like it was no strings. You said, all right. Also, some of you are dating or talking to people, but you're not having any strings there. You're just like, I'm getting to know people. I'm just chilling. Okay, I'm just enjoying people's company or whatever. All right, so we have rejected, jackass. Okay, GPS. They could be tracking you, but they could also be getting in the car to come towards you. Yeah, this person, they want to come towards you. But I feel like they also may be tracking you for some of you. So just be mindful of that. This thug with the sex addiction. All right, that was something that they had going on. Doesn't mean that it's still going on. All right. And we're not judging them. We laugh through our pain here. All right. Yeah, we have shady. All right. So they did shady things. They did shady things. They had shady ways. Okay, but they're closing this cycle. It was toxic. They don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, see, toxic lifestyle. Yeah, look at Blue on a roll, y'all. These cards are new for me. Yeah. So yeah, you know, they're on a roll. All right. They're healing. They're on a roll like I'm on a roll. Family. Yeah. So they're under this pressure because they really want to come together with you. All right. But again, you feel like they're phony and like they're just trying to present something to you. They've learned a karmic lesson here. perhaps from the person that they were with. They presented something to them that it wasn't. Okay. Let's see. Ancient spirit. All right, we have love child. So here's the thing. Again, be careful. Go about it the right way, because if not, a love child could come from this. It's not the first time we've got this card. They're getting readings on you, and in the event that this is really done, like really, really done, they may try to just come towards you, sweet talk you. There may be a night of passion, and then there's a love child. You know, so pick and choose which way you want to go about this. Because they're coming back regardless, okay? That's what I get here. They're coming back. We have feeling like shit. Yeah, because they feel like shit, okay? They're not happy without you at all. All right, yeah, they're not happy without you. Feeling like shit. For some of you, definitely this was a workplace affair. All right, they feel like it's too late. They've run out of time. And we have here, firestorm, karma, drama, endings, loss, mental breakdown. For some of you, it wasn't a workplace affair, but you found out, you know, because of the sex addiction, they were also talking to or dealing with someone at work. It was a lot going on. But this person is very obsessed. We have psycho. All right, it says crazy ex, obsessed, won't let go. All right, so like I said, they're coming back regardless. Again, with the GPS, some of you, it's a tracker. Some of you, it's them just getting in the car and coming towards you. They don't want to be without their twin. All right, let's get into the tarot. All right, y'all, let's see. Let us see. Let's get into these messages. Yeah, they kept you waiting because of karmic situation. Seven of Pentacles, justice. Now all they want is to restore peace in the situation. Okay. Oh, we have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they feel like you've blocked them out of your heart. You're not letting them in right now. So they have to do something big, you know, go hard or go home. Because Four of Wands, yeah, this is twin flame union. Again, proposals, engagements. Okay, that's the energy that's here. That's what they want with you. Temperance, forgiveness, okay, reconciliation, resolution, death card, okay, yeah, transformation, spiritual awakening. Person going through it right now because they feel like they lost you, all right. Justice, yeah, again with the legal situations, court situations, wanting to do right by you, feeling heartbroken without you, going through it, all right. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Lovers. They want to stand up and fight for this connection with you. It means something to them. Yeah, Six of Wands. Let's overcome the obstacles. Let's get through these challenges. We can do this together, all right. Don't block me out. Don't stay going with the Hermit. Some of you have really been to yourself. Yeah, we have the Magician and we have the Hangman in reverse. So they've been praying for a way out, or they've been praying for a way to get through this with you. Again, we saw that earlier with the hoping, wishing, praying. Okay, we see what this person is feeling like right now, and we know why. All right, but they really don't want to lose their divine counterpart. So they're praying for a way back to you, praying for a way, you know, the two of you can come back together. Nine of Wands. Okay, the Five of Cups in reverse. All right, so they don't want to live in regret. All right, it's like I have to rush in because they see and sense, you know, that you're really serious about moving on and letting this go, even though you love them. Okay, it's like you love yourself more. You love them, but you love yourself more. And if they're not going to treat you right and they're going to make you feel all sorts of ways, you're like, I'm good. But we have the Three of Wands sticking his head up, and then the Ace of Pentacles. They're coming towards you to ask for your hand in marriage. It just keeps repeating itself because they're feeling this overwhelming sense of pressure, you know, that they're about to lose you forever, and that's not what they want. So we have the Five of Wands and the Chariot. It's like, yeah, somebody tried to cause blocks, you know, and prevent them from coming towards this Empress, but they're still coming. And notice it fell out over the Justice card. Justice represents karmic people, karmic situations. It's still going to happen regardless. They still want to come towards you. I said, and it fell out over GPS, that they're going to be getting in the car and coming towards you. All right, so that's what I see here, because Five of Pentacles, they don't like being blocked out. Remember, they're not happy and they feel like shit. So Seven of Swords, whatever it is that they're up to, it's like they're keeping it hidden from third party. A third party could have been trying to act like, you know, whatever they were doing was actually going to work. It didn't. You know, masculine just ultimately ends up not wanting to be there for real now. okay, or something like that. Yeah, Page of Wands. But there's messages coming through from this person. You're just not getting them, because for a lot of you, they're blocked with that Nine of Wands. All right, so Nine of Swords and the Devil, it's like they're suffering with that devil. So of course they're going through some sort of separating themselves from the person, you know, going through this ego death, spiritual transformation. All right, spiritual rebirth. I thought something flipped, it didn't. Let's keep it pushing. All right, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, a breakthrough. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. At some point in time or another, again, there was divided loyalty. That's how you felt. So you like, you're not loyal to me. You don't know what you want. I'm okay. Okay. But we have the Knight of Wands. There's still this passion, the desire, etc. So Temperance. I want to come in and reconcile. Again, I want to make something right with you. All right. The World. They see something different. The whole situation, perhaps. They see you different. You know, they see you differently. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah. It was because of this. What do I want? Which connection do I want? Okay, keeping hidden affairs and all that. Okay, you were able to see beyond all of that. The Queen of Wands, very attractive, very magnetic, very powerful, magical. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like they want to bring to your awareness how they've been feeling without you being on the outside of your life, okay? How this has been making them feel. Not good. Sun card, yeah, because you're their happiness. So without you, they feel unhappy. And they have all of these regrets, okay? Again, with the Ain't No Sunshine When She Gone, because I feel lonely. And you like, well, how you feel lonely with all these karmic people around you? Okay? Because these karmic people are not you. Hello. I'm not happy with them. Hello. Okay? So it's something about it, the devil. Yeah, see there? But you got real serious. No nonsense. No more playing games. Page of Cups. In comes the apology. Sorry for having played with you. Lover. Okay? You're my Empress. And now I'm stressing. Feeling heavy without you. Everything is not fine. Okay? Everything is not okay without my Empress. So they want to communicate. Expect incoming communication from this person. They don't want to be stuck here with this devil. They want to come towards you and make a love offer. Okay? Yeah. Page of Swords is the curiosity. Again. I'm watching you. When is the right time for me to come in and say something? Okay. Three of Wands. Future. All right. Coming towards you, making this love offer. Where's that Queen of Cups? Nothing's going to keep them from you. They feel like the two of you love each other the same. Or there's something here about that. Okay. Yep. There's something here about that. It's mutual. It's the same. Something. All right. So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Information as to where you can book personal readings with me, purchase one of my books, any of the merchandise, a deck, etc. can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and happy.